Welcome to Reading the Game, the series where I read the game. You get to listen to me read the game. I get one off my 10,000 books, and we all get to learn about our favourite games. If you're wondering why I look a bit different when I normally did this series, it's because I started it while I was possessed over Halloween. Now I'm not possessed, and we consensually sometimes share the body for some streams. But for the most part, I am me. This is Bernie Rose Smith. And we're going to read about the other urban legend pages. As you can see, there's 6 of these bad boys, grade 7 and grade 8 pages. Let's get to it! Grade 7, Fixer page 1. Really, does being a fixer sound cool to you? I suppose it seems nicer than the likes of rats swarming in the back streets. It does have a professional charm too, but this is a tough job. I'll tell you, it might be better for you to try enter a small company to do desk work instead. If you really believe that fixers are cool, then let me tell you something. Fixers have to risk their lives at every moment. I know it sounds silly. Everyone already struggles and fights for their lives, so what's so special about us? But at least you don't have to hear of your friend's death while you're having lunch. You pack your favourite food, savour its taste, and when you're allowed to swallow it, know how it feels to choke on it. Your friend's head suddenly rolls over to your feet. Things just happen like that. Syndicate grunts rush into your office. All of a sudden, heads are blown off and a gruesome fight breaks out. It's the so-called office raid. Are you still not convinced? Syndicate or fixer, once you set foot in this business, all the things will bind you like shackles, slowly dragging you into the bottom. The sheer weight is going to tire you, and you no longer be willing to go back up. Go back and think again carefully. It's not too late for you to make the right choice. They say this, but it seems so hard in this universe to get any kind of stable job. But I guess it's either be a fixer and have the world potentially just be a horrible gory mess, or be a bored office person. Like, I'm thinking about the circus dude, Emma. Not Emma, it's the other one, isn't it? The little guy, who's only little because his legs got chopped off. But you know what I mean. And how bored they were with their lives because they had a nice stable job. And they managed to build themselves that stable job. So it's catch-22. Sell your soul or sell your potential health. Page 2. Really? Does being a fixer sound cool to you? No? Is that the same? Rude! Game! How dare you put a page 1 and a page 2 and have them both be the same? That's just so rude. It's the same text. God damn it, game. Page 3 it is. Page 3 is at least different. I also like this person here. They look like they are just so done. Page 3. The actual different page. Who said a fixer's a free man? Must have been some no-good show-off who told you that, kid. That's just our dream and nothing more. Fixers are managed by officers. Most of our jobs come from requests the office gets, so we're virtually out of work without them. And the offices are managed by the 12 associations, and on top of those 12 is the Hannah Association. Our lives are subordinate to layer upon layer of hierarchy. I'd love to hear when that supposed freedom is, according to them, but I don't see it. There's one way to achieve that pipe dream. A fixer's freedom is only complete when they are given a colour from the Hannah Association. Don't go around proclaiming that you'll become one of the colours, though. You think it's that easy to break free from these massive fetters? I'm so interested in the colours thing. If only because one of the biggest plot threads at the moment, but I want to play more to find out, but I need to do so many app notes, is Blue Reverb's scheming and planning. He seems to be incredibly carefree, and that terrifies me. I want to know, but apparently he's free now. He has a colour, and he's just doing whatever the heck he wants. And I want to know what he wants. What's your plan, Blue Reverb? But for now, grade 8, page 1. All people and firms generating income in this city must pay their taxes, in addition to the fund for work related expenses, such as maintenance of equipment and monthly rent for the office, which is already a lot. Fixers must accommodate for rather heavy taxes as well. I became a fixer trying not to starve, but the taxes have put me in an even tougher hardship. Ordinary people have a hard time bearing this pressure, but what can we do? In the city, orders are to be followed. We all know what happens if we don't abide by them. There's only 2 things in the world that are constant: death and taxes, even in the hellscape that is the city. Now is this grade 8 page 2 the same as the page 1, like the 7s? Yes it is! Game, you tricked me! There's only 4 pages here. This is a lie! This is a lie! Oh, look at that! They've got cool weapons! Why do the page 3s have such cool style? I like them! I like them a lot. Page 3. For one to start working as a fixer, they must acquire a license issued by the Hannah Association, the first association in the order. The set of skills required to get a fixer license is quite different from those needed to pass a wing entrance exam. One is about physical fitness, while the other is more about mental prowess, so to speak. There are exceptions, of course, but this is generally the case. After acquiring the license, a fixer must join an office. After all, it's nigh impossible for a no-name fixer to take jobs on their own. Choosing the right office is also important, but you can worry about that later. Only the skilled ones can afford to make choices, like decline offers from offices or ask to be transferred to another. Newcomers who've only just become fixers, or incompetent planks who can't handle their work properly, should be content with any office that accepts them. Now this is interesting. We get a little bit more about very, very specific fixer culture. And how it is maybe not the lowest ranks, because they're still grade 8. They're not like the worst fixers in the world, but they're not the highest. And how they live their lives. And there's grumbles on every level in the city. It's always a very big grass is greener policy, isn't it? You've got the rats who dream of becoming a big syndicate. You've got some of the lower down syndicates who dream of maybe becoming something of an office, and then you've got the offices that dream of becoming colours. It's always they always want that one more step up, that one more upgrade, and I don't blame them, because none of these levels and none of these places seem like a comfortable way to live. And that's the fun of Ruina, innit? It's the fun where everyone suffers and the whole birth to death ratio is absolutely effed up. It is. And that is it, I suppose, for the urban legends section of reading the game. We'll be going on to the urban plague section, which I honestly... Anyway, it's actually urban nightmare I just did on the stream. So urban plague is fine. So we read the carnival before because it was just 1 page and I wasn't feeling very well, so it was perfect. So next we'll be reading the Full Stop Office, where we learned about guns! See you next time. Goodbye!